The past has always intrigued us. We always look back to see how we progress as a people. That is why historical sites such as museums, war zone areas, old colonial prisons, and many more are very popular visit for tourists, particularly historical sites that have a bloody past. Foley and Lennon coined this phenomena as dark tourism. Dark tourism is a type of attraction that commercializes dark and unfortunate historical past and creating historical overview of these sites to know more about our history. For this topic, we focus on the local key places in Australia like Fremantle Prison, Aboriginal Massacre at Pinjarra, and Port Arthur Massacre in Tasmania. These places are considered dark tourism. We will break down why these unpleasant places intrigue people and breaking down other aspects of why it is so popular. Fremantle Prison was an Australian prison that started its operations in 1855 and ended in 1991. It became a permanent heritage site in Western Australia in 1995 and in 2010 were inscribed to UNESCO World Heritage List as one of the 11 Australian convict sites that was built by the British Empire during the 18th and 19th centuries, and from 1992 onwards became a tourist spot for international and local tourists. Fremantle Prison can be an eye-pleasing attraction on the outside, as the external skin is made from limestone blocks, which can signify power, authority as the material is dense and heavy. This type of material is used in the pyramids, government buildings, castles, and Roman Catholic churches to signify strength and authority. On the other hand, the internal ambience is more gloomy and spooky, with the rusty metals and the squeaking old metals of the vicinity. The building also uses old timbers, making that 18th and 19th century feeling, with not too many big windows inside the main prison cells and the prison gallows. It creates that aura of pain, sadness, and suffering, knowing that the place is used to incarcerate people and possibly execute them, making it their last place before they set apart from this world. Overall, the Fremantle Prison is still a very well-maintained building. Tourists from all over the world still flock to this place because of the significance it has in the history of Australia. The second key places in Australia I have chosen is the Battle of Pinjarra site. The attack occurred in 28th of October 1834. It was led by James Sterling with 25 to 30 Binjarab Noongar people killed in the attack. After many years, it was memorialized in 1991, and until today they annually commemorate the Binjarab people that was killed on that day. The Pinjarra Memorial has a simple rock on the center of a paved brick. The round-shaped pavement has Aboriginal artworks and mosaics that signifies the reconciliation of Indigenous Australians and the settlers that happened in 1834. There are still conflicting interpretations of the site, as the Register of the National Estate recorded both titles, Pinjarra Battle Memorial and Pinjarra Massacre Site. My final take on this is, even though there are commemoration of what happened in that unfortunate day in Australian history, the bitterness still lingers for the Indigenous Australians, as the Pinjarra Memorial still have different interpretation with no middle ground on how to memorialize this day. The third and last key place is about Port Arthur Massacre in Tasmania. The mass shooting left 35 people killed and 18 wounded. The perpetrator for this is a local named Martin Brand. It was Australia's worst mass murder, and with this unfortunate event come with a strict gun control and fully banning automatic and semi-automatic rifles. The Broad Arrow Cafe where the massacre occurred was demolished as it creates more pain for the survivors of the tragic day, but is now used as annual gathering site to celebrate the life and memory of the people that was killed in that place. This is a good example where dark tourism should not always be about attractions and tours or for entertainment purposes. It should be about respect and non-purposeful, like in Port Arthur. Dark tourism can have good and bad aspects in our society, but by learning from these lessons of the past, societies can be improved. Our way of thinking can be improved, and with these dystopian places and sites can come a much better and humane and hopefully more utopian societies in the future.